What is up, everyone? We are live. It's your boy Tyler. Welcome to another episode of Draw and Talk. Vincenzo C says, "What does that thumbnail mean? Is Tyler troubled? Is he contemplative? Is he tired? Has he eaten too much ice cream again?" These and other questions answered on next episode of Draw and Talk. Actually, I'm really sick. This last Memorial Day weekend, I was sleeping on my futon every day because I didn't want to get my wife and kids sick. Because man, I was just pooping, guys. I was just freaking I couldn't keep anything down. I'd eat something, I'd go to the bathroom like 5 minutes later. It was nuts. It was absolutely nuts. But regardless, originally I had planned a pre-recorded video. I had like a pre-recorded video planned, and then I got called out. I got called out by Nefarious. He was like, "What?" Basically called me a bitch. So I was like, fine, I'll do it live. Don't worry, guys. Nefarious is cool. We're cool. So let's do this. Chuck, don't hold back. Tell us how you're feeling. Oh, I'm gonna. Now, Chuck, you and I need to talk. You and I need to talk, Chuck, because man, things have gone down this last month. I haven't talked to you in a while. So yeah, I'm hoping to get Travis Gibb on the show next week. Maybe I'll invite you on the show as well. Because remember, guys, I changed my show for Wednesdays because I wanted to make sure that I could watch Chuck's show on Tuesdays. I want to keep the schedule. So all right, guys, got 10 people watching. Nicholas Mueller in the house saying, "What up?" No, he just said Tyler. Tyler, what's up, dude? Juke Joy, I got your package, bro. We're gonna talk about that. We can come possibly. I have a couple things I want to spiel, and then if I have time, I'll throw you a link, Chuck. All right, guys, I paid $9 a month for this. You know I gotta do it. Here we go. Strong talk. All right, we got Salazar Nation in the house. Hey, Tyler, how you doing, man? Didn't think that you were going to be able to catch the show. Glad you can. Yeah, let's talk about this. So the show tonight is called "The Problem with Crowdfunding Comics and Setting the Record Straight." Well, and I want to talk. First off, I want to play a clip. From my from my Patreon exclusive show. I have a Patreon exclusive show that I do. Called the Broken Creator Podcast. Now, real quick, do you guys want to see a page that I just finished drawing? I haven't finished drawing it. I'm almost finished drawing it. I just gotta put the gray tones on it. This is from my next series, The Girl with the Mega Fist, which I'll talk about in this video. But just check this page out. We got it's just so much freaking happening right here. We've got our bad guy right here. Skulls everywhere. There's minions around. I had a silly use time drawing this. But yeah, this is a page from my next comic. Okay, so alright, share screen, Chrome tab, share audio. Where is it? I've got so many freaking tabs up. Where is it? Okay, there we go. All right. Share screen. There we go. Guys, I'm such a boomer sometimes when it comes to this. All right. Loving the contrast. Hey, thanks. This is looking dope. Thanks, man. It's June, Tyler. Beach time. I know you're not gonna, but I will always bring it up. Oh, dude, you're right. I gotta change it to June. I changed it for you, and then it's a new month. Never Beer, Brian is here. Awesome, Brian. All right, let's do this, guys. All right, this is a clip. All right, let me know if you guys can hear this. I'm so excited for this property. Can you guys hear that? Oh, crap. I'm so excited for the story that I'm going to be telling for the next couple of years. So excited. And so let me give some context right now, real quick, to this video. I posted it on April 24th on my Patreon. This is an exclusive podcast that I do on my Patreon. And bless you, thank you, Brian. And basically, I unveiled in April that I was going to do, after I canceled my Kickstarter in February, I spent February, March, and the majority of April thinking, okay, what's my next step? I then went on YouTube and was like, hey guys, like I'm going to do Patreon. I've spent the last couple weeks setting it up. This is the plan. I really thought it out. And then once I said that, and I had a lot of people watching the show that night, when I put it out, when I started talking, I started getting all these DMs from Twitter and Facebook from different people like, I don't know if you should do this, man. Everyone was talking me out, and it pissed me off so much. So here's a listen. For the $2 tier, you get the digitals, and then after that you pay for shipping on the physical book. And then for the $5 tiers and up, you get the same thing, except when we're done with once we're done with the book, once we're done with the every 10 chapters, we're going to send you automatically the physical book. We're going to skip the crowdfunding step for the Patreon people and just immediately send you the book. And then after that, we will crowdfund the book, and the book's going to be a little more expensive on the crowdfunding. And then after the crowdfund's done, if you haven't got it from either Patreon or the crowdfund, you can get it from my online store, and it'll be even more expensive. Okay, so imagine the book is like $20 for Patreons, $30 for the crowdfundings, and then $40 for my Gumroad store, So I just talk about my model. I say, this is how we're doing it. This is what I'm doing. And gosh, people just from out of the woodworks just coming in saying, well, Tyler, you shouldn't do it that way. Actually, I was joking, but I should probably put my glasses on because my eyes are hurting. People are coming to me and be like, Tyler, you can't do it this way. You have to do crowdfunding. Why? Why do I have to do crowdfunding? Crowdfunding's in my model. I'm going to do crowdfunding. Well, I won't support you unless you do crowdfunding. That's fine. I'm going to put it out on crowdfunding. You're going to pay more for the book then. Well, I want to, give it to I want to have my Patreons I want my Patreon members get the best price, and after that we'll do crowdfundings. Oh, well, you should do crowdfundings first. Well, it's like, why? Who are you to tell me how to run my business? Okay, I've said it a million times. I hate crowdfunding. I don't hate I hate crowdfunding for me personally. I just don't like it. It just gives me anxiety. I just don't like it. And Tyler, you can fund in 3 hours. Yeah, I still don't like it. I still get anxiety from doing it. All right, so that's in the gist. The jizz. That's it. That's the gist basically. And so it was just like, and what it really comes down to is this. What it really comes down to is this. You guys ready for this? This sounds so This is gonna sound so narcissistic, but this is how it is. I am someone who needs you finish something gratification. I have to feel that good feeling of serotonin of saying, hey, you did a good job. You finished it. And let me tell you, the problem with those chefs was it was a 72-page book, and I was working on it for months and months and months, and I was like, yeah, I finished 20 pages. I still have 52 more to go. So I wasn't getting that satisfaction fast enough. And because of it, it was making me not want to draw. And then, and then after that, I have to do a crowdfunding. You have to do it for 30 days. And then the Indiegogo for another 30 days. And then after that, you have to wait for the books to go to the printer. And then you have to send them out. And so I'm like, frick, this is taking 8 months for me to feel good. I don't like this. And here's the thing. I draw fast. I draw consistently. So I'm like, man, is there a way for me to put out content weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly so I can get that instant gratification? And I found out a way. The Patreon is the way that I can do that, which is awesome. And if you guys want to see, check this out. This is the Patreon exclusive cover that we got. For the girl with the mega fists. And now, and I've had a lot of people say, well, what's the cover going to be for the crowdfunding one? We got it right here. This is going to be the variant for the crowdfunded book. Oh, but Tyler, like, are you even going to be able to do it? You know, because we're coming out with new episodes every 2 weeks. How are you going to do it? I've already started drawing the book. The book doesn't come out to the end of July. These bi-monthly episodes. So I'm already starting the book. I will hopefully be around 4 to 5 episodes ahead before we even launch. I mean, look, you guys want to see the pages? Do you guys want to see the pages? I'll show you guys the pages. You guys want to see pages 1 and 2? Because you guys saw page 3 just now that I was drawing. You guys want to see page 1? Yo, you still sound pretty crusty, my man. You feeling better or are you still sick? So, like, I'm done with the poo-poos. So that part's over. That was like 5 days, and that sucked. Like, I was literally driving with my wife. We were supposed to go to the park, and I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And then I was just in the 7-Eleven, and I was just bleeding out of my butthole, and I was like, we gotta go home. And I was like, it was bad. So we're already done with the poo-poos. And now we just have a little bit of a cold. All right, here guys. Here's page 1. All right, so here's the thumbnails for the chapter 0 that we're working on. This is going to be available for everyone, you know, because I want everyone to be able to check out the story. So here's the thumbnails that we've done for page 1. The triple dragon, vomiting, pooping, and penis sneezes. Oh yes, I told Tim about the double dragon where you poop and throw up at the same time. That's what I was doing all weekend. But now the penis sneezes. So these are the thumbnails for page 1 for chapter 0, and then here's page 1. Now, you know, because of that screen tone, it's really hard to see. So here you guys go. It's really hard, you know, because it's got that screen tone. We're gonna have to figure that out a bit. And then we have page 2. You know, there's my man with the mega fists right there. These are the gods. These are the different gods that are in this. We have the almighty gods and the mega gods. And the mega gods wield the mega fists. And they protect, you know, they protect Earth. And then, you know, I showed you guys page 3 that I'm working on currently. So, loving the thumbnail layout. Hey, thanks. So, like, it was really bothering me, you know, last month or so. I've gotten into a bunch of fights with some creators. I'm just like, this is what I'm doing. This is the way. This is my way. This is what's making me happy. Here's the thing. This is making me so freaking happy doing this. What's the deadline to back your Patreon time to get the girl with the mega fist as a physical? I was low on funds, so thinking about pledging soon. As long as you pledge by June, you'll be eligible for the first book. Sorry, July. As long as you pledge either July or August, by July or August, you'll be eligible for book 1. And then after that, you might miss out on book 1. But I have a little system, you know, if you're like 1 month, if you missed it by 1 month, you'll just have to pay this. You missed it by 2 months, you missed it by, you know, I'll figure it out. And then, so yeah, as long as you do it by June or July, the girl with the mega tits. Yeah, Dantia, they really drew them with big boobies. Brian's like, that's my book. Nasser, I only want the cover, don't ship the pages. Well, that would be cheap. That works out. Let's get into this section before I talk about, you know, because here's the tiers. Let's go through the tiers, and then after that, I want to show you guys some crowdfunding stuff. I want to show you the sad part of crowdfunding. And I'm by the way, I'm very pro crowdfunding, by the way. Like, maybe not for me. It is in my model. I'm going to crowdfund. But I am very pro crowdfunding. In fact, I backed a book today. I got a Vestry, issues 1, 2, and 3. I already had issue 1. But those creators are freaking awesome. So I already backed. So I backed Vestry issues 1, 2, and 3 yesterday. I got this in the mail last week. This is from my boy Frank Marin, The Last Homicide. Freaking awesome book. He even sent me the book beforehand, and I still backed it. So at the $2 tier, you know, you get the digital book of everything. You get the digital books. At $5, you get the ongoing book, physical. Once we do the trade, at $15, you get every single physical book that we do. $25. This is for creators. If you're a new creator, how do I write a comic book script? How do I, lay out pages? How do I do stuff? How do I, build a YouTube channel? I don't promise sales. I don't promise sales or anything, but if you need help, starting a TikTok, I'll help you do that. If you need help fucking writing a script, I'll show you how to do that. 75 and 150, they're just commission tiers. If you want to just own me, I'll draw something for you every single week. And this, I want to make this clear, really. Right here. The goal of my Patreon, guys, and this is what the thing is, people think, oh, like, Patreon is a way, because a common misconception with Patreon is people go, Patreon is a way to support the creator, which it is, but I'm using it as a subscription service. So, the goal is to be making four series every single year. One ongoing. This is what you'll get at the $2 and $5 tier. We have one ongoing series. Currently, it's The Girl with the Mega Fists. After that, we'll figure out a new title. Semi-annual will be My Life as RPG. We have a couple books, stories that we'll do in that universe. We have another semi-annual, TBD. And then our annual chefs. Like, I still want to do chefs graphic novels, but I'm only able to do them once a year, and I don't want to color them. Coloring is what takes so freaking long. So if I can just draw chefs 60 pages and then send them off to a colorist, I'll do that. So what are the goals? And this is kind of like crowdfunding, guys. Like, you have stretch goals in crowdfunding. At the $5 crowd, we unlock the semi-annual book, My Life as RPG. So at $500 a month, I can then hire Milana Ferris to do, this book. At $3,000 a month, we can then have chef. We can do the annual book, chefs, and I can hire a colorist for the book. At $6,000, we unlock the semi-annual book, which means I can either hire a writer. I'm definitely going to be hiring an artist because I'm not going to be drawing this book. So this money is going to be used to hire a writer and an artist, and we're going to do 2 graphic novels with them a year. And then, the last tier is I quit my job and I make comics full time. So really, all of these are to make books first. Like, the last tier is where I start thinking of me and I start taking a payday. But these right here are so that we can make comics. And to start off with is we're starting with this, the ongoing The Girl with the Mega Fist, where every 2 weeks we're going to pump out a new book, a new story, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this book. And as I start posting pages, I hope people are like, oh my gosh, like, this book is super cool. I have a whole, huge story planned out that's going to take, a couple of years to tell. I've thumbnailed at least 5 or 6 chapters so far on my storyboards. I do these traditionally. Look right here. You can see, like, there's the earth. There's like the earth, and then there's the gods chilling there, and then look. Now we have this. TikTok, man. I'm with the millennials. So I want to talk about this tweet now. Let's talk about this tweet. I want to know your guys' thoughts on this. Also, guys, remember to smash that melee button. This is what brings me to this topic, and why, I like crowdfunding. I support a lot of creators on crowdfunding, but this is the stuff that breaks my heart. Says, going through the projects I backed on Kickstarter and Indiegogo, it just reinforces why I won't be backing anyone who hasn't demonstrated respectable work ethics. Some of these projects are straight up criminal, how they have gone away with the sums of cash. Fair. I took a risk and it didn't pay off. That's the part of the business of investing. I've learned from it, and I will be significantly more stingy with whom I will invest into. Meeting deadlines I know is more important to me than the quality of which I'm showcased. I've noticed a lot with these crowdfunders. They're like, look at the quality of the book I am. When I drew their hair, I drew every strand. And so, well, they're drawing every strand of that book, and it's taking them 2 years to put it out. Is this the beef? This is the beef. My biggest advice I can give to anyone is treat Indiegogo and Kickstarter the exact same as pre-orders. Don't buy into any hype made for the product. Check out the creator, look at their track record for producing things, ask them directly what they have done previously. The worst one I've ever experienced is my chicken book, is Red Rooster. where I waited 3 years for that book. When it finally came, where is it? When this shit finally came, and I finally read it, it was garbage. Not only was it garbage, it wasn't even a full story. It was a flashback story. It was a terrible book. And I waited 3 years for it. I waited 3 years for that book, and it sucked. It sucked. I'm seeing Indiegogos. You heard me. I'm seeing Indiegogos where they're like, we're gonna do this 56-page book, and it's gonna be awesome. And so they crowdfund this 56-page book. This could be a lot of campaigns I'm talking about. They raise anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000. And then I go on their pages. You know, it's been a year, and I'm looking at the last update, and the last update was, hey guys, we're halfway through the production of the book. So excited. Halfway through, it's been a year, and you're only 20 pages in, and I'm seeing you on the YouTubes, and I'm seeing you post other commissions and fan arts and whatnot, but I'm seeing you do all this other stuff, and you're only halfway in. Like, it blows my mind. What are you doing? Like, that's my question is what are you doing? You know, what are you doing? You know, let's look at some. Let's look at somewhere the creator just walked away. You know, I'm gonna throw these two people on a blast. First one's James Dean. The reason why I throw him on a blast is this: is I had one interaction with him, and he was fucking rude, and he said some mean shit to me, and I now officially hate him. Because he said some rude shit to me. Maybe I was having a bad day, but it doesn't matter. He was a meanie, and now I hate his guts. You know, we were talking about the combo process, and he was like, well, you know, and he was like, well, you know, like, Tyler, like, you wouldn't know this. I've been doing this for years. And I'm like, this is your first book. Like, relax. And he's like, yeah, but like, look at my numbers. My numbers are better than yours. And I'm like, okay, well, this is also my first book. Chill. You know, my first crowdfunded $1,700, and he's like, yeah, well, mine did 10,000. And I'm like, okay, like, chill. He goes, yeah, so maybe you should listen to my advice over yours. I'm like, okay, like, go fuck yourself. Well, you know what, James? Fuck you, because you know what? You're late. Look, December 2018, bitch. We're in the 2021s. Hi, any updates? We spoke with James Dean a while back, and he told us that he spent all the money, never once mentioned he was sick, so don't expect anything from this guy. Look at this. I guess we can all give up on getting whatever we paid for on this campaign. It's been 7 months since an update or any word. Like, $10,000. Homeboy just ran off with $10,000, and he doesn't give a crap. Look at this. And it was a 66-page book. A 66-page book. Couldn't do it. Hello, I'm James Dean, a 25-year artist storyteller. Like, and look, guys, this sounds really bad. Like, I'm not trying to roast it. I just really don't like this guy. Like, he was a meanie to me, and I'm really pissed off at him. And so the fact that he pulled this shit, he was like, you know, Tyler, maybe you should learn from me. Well, what do I learn? You know, how to screw over people. You know, guys, if I was able to get $10,000 right now, you know what I can do with $10,000? I could do so much with $10,000. And he just took that $10,000 and put it in his bank. Like, that's why this irks me. One, I hate him, but two, like, he took like $10,000. You might not think that can change your life. It's not going to change your life, but gosh, you can do a lot with $10,000. I would, you know what I do with that $10,000? I chuck it into a house. I chuck it into some real estate. You know, it's just nuts. Tyler dropping the pipe bomb. Yeah, I'm pissed. Take the money and run. Holding creators accountable. That's insane. Muttman, he was a big talker, as I recall. Yeah, he was. I'm pissed off at him. By the way, and I want to say this. I'm going to say this. I backed Hero. by Muttman and Macho Dan. Now they were late with their book, but you know what was great about them is they updated constantly, and also I gave them a pass because it was their first time creating, and I finally got the book, and then I had them on the show, and then they were like, we now know what we need to do differently and whatnot, and like, but like I got my book, they were very like they were communicating, like there's no communication from this guy, so like Muttman and Macho Dan, when you guys come out with the next installment of Hero, which I've seen the pages you guys have posted on the Twitters, I'm gonna be backing day one. I'm so excited. Shit, if we had 10,000 right now, like that's a lot of money. Man, I only stole 6,300 from my new Indiegogo. Drew Down, what up, Tyler? What's up? Hey, I got 25 people watching here. If any of you guys are from TikTok, you guys let me know. I just passed 100 followers there. I'm having a silly goose time on there. Here we go. Let's see. Can we name names? Elliot Fernandez took the money and ran. Andrew Huerta, Donald DeLay, bunch of thieves. Yes, exactly. The problem, but Tyler, a pro said that the wait is worth it. Problem is that the culture of pros run interference for their own, no customer receipt, no customer respect. It's true. There's just no customer respect. Wendy Gale, how you doing, Wendy? I saw a link shared on Facebook to a GoFundMe that was being used to crowdfund a book. All the description said was like, donate to the fund so I can make a book. Oh, I don't like that. What's your handle on TikTok? It's at Draw and Talk. I think it's at Draw and Talk or at Draw and Talk Comics. Guys, I've just been having a silly goose time on the TikToks. Let's see what my handle is. My handle is Draw and Talk Comics. I'm getting like 500 views. A video. It's fun. Don't forget Critias. Oh, we're not gonna forget about that bitch. Look at this. $38,000. Now, Critias got blasted by a lot of people. And he was like, I'm going to make things right. Like, I did a video on this because he posted a picture of all the crowdfunds he backed with this money. And so, like, right here, he's like, here's a 27-page preview. Here. And he deleted it. Awesome. So, guys, do you know what I could do with $38,000? I would buy a freaking house. I'd buy another house. I'd buy in some real estate. Like a 132-page graphic novel. I mean, and he just stole $40,000. $40,000. Just took it. Just freaking took it. It's nuts. They just stole $40,000. And I want to go back. Where is this? And this is but Tyler, a pro said the wait is worth it. And the problem is that the culture of pros run interference for their own, no customer respect. And this is the reason why as well I've gone the Patreon route. I'm just gonna let me grab. Okay. I don't want to put anyone on blast. I'm not gonna. This is my boy Frank Martin. I back every one of his books. Now this book was great. This book was great. I freaking enjoyed it. I loved it. Here's the thing though. I backed it and then it took 2 months to get to me. I'm not going to be able to, it's a two-parter. I'm not going to get the second part until probably like 5 or 6 months. Which is fine. But by then I'm going to have to reread issue 1 because I've lost kind of interest in the story. Like, I don't care anymore about the story. Like, all the hype that I got from reading that story, I can't wait. I can't go to the next. I can't, like, buy the next issue next month. I'm going to have to wait 5 or 6 months for that book. My friend Travis Gibb, he did a 4-issue series, broke down 4 dead bodies. Every single time I've backed that book, I've had to reread every single issue, which isn't a bad thing. But, like, I'm always have to remember, like, okay, like, what happened last time? So it kind of takes me out of, like, the whole investment. It kind of takes me out of the whole investment of these properties. And one thing that I really want to do is I want to, get really invested in these properties. That's why the girl with the mega fists, that's why the book is coming out every 2 weeks. because I want customers, I want readers to be like really invested, like every 2 weeks go, oh my gosh, like what's gonna happen next, what's she gonna do, what's going on in the world, so they don't have to wait 4 or 5 months in between each story. They can be getting constant story of what's going on. They can go, oh man, like there's this and then there's that, and then they can just keep reading. And, and here's the thing, maybe we do this, we're doing this for years, someone finally jumps on, and now they can just binge. Now they can just freaking binge the series, and then get invested in the series, right away. Why are these artists locking up when they get funded? I understand it's a grind, but dang, get to work. Exactly. Tyler is extra sassy for Pride Month. Well, I don't know if you guys knew this. Tim, I don't know if you guys knew this, but I'm astrogender binary. Fluid, actually. Astrogender fluid. What does that mean? It means that at any point, my gender can change, from male to female, to other earthly stuff. But also because I'm gender fluid, I have access, and not a lot of people do have this, but I have access to genders from outer space. So I'm pretty fucking special. Critis is the only one who really got blasted. Everyone else, people just go, eh. I think I backed this one twice. Nicholas, I got Patreon books to send out this weekend. See, like, there you go. I love it. In terms of service, to say that you were not promised anything, that there is an element of risk. It happens on the comics, but Kickstarter games. Yeah, like, that's the thing. There is an element of risk, but gosh, it's shitty. And that's why I'm saying it's shitty, and I don't like that. And that's why, okay, let's look at this. Let's say you back. Let's say someone backs at $5 on my Patreon. Let's say someone backs on my Patreon, the $5 tier, and after the 10th chapter, I say, hey guys, we're going to do the trade paperback now. And let's say they don't get their book. Let's say I don't give them their book. Or let's say I don't give up, my thing is, giving out a weekly comic. A monthly comic. What if I don't give a monthly comic out? Maybe they'll be like, okay, that's okay. Now, what if I don't make a comic for them in 3 months? Or 6 months. Well, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna ask for a refund, and on Patreon they can demand that refund. They can't just walk away with that money. So that's the thing. Let's see. You're right. There we go. People should point out more often that Donald stole the money from me and stole my writing credit. Dude, yeah, guys, I blocked Donald. Guy's a scammer. You understand these properties are not mainstream, right? If mainstream comics like X-Men, they're drawn 6 months ahead of time to make sure it can come out on time. Oh, I know. I'm just saying, like, I know. I'm just saying, like, this is what I like. This is something that I want from indies. I want indies to be able to do this, to be able to figure out ways to do this. Not every indie can do that. That's why, I'm totally fine backing, I back, Common America. They come out with a new book every, 3 to 4 months. I back Vestry every single time there's a new book, because they come out with a new book every 2-3 months. I back anything that Frank Martin does. I back a lot of people. And so I understand that a lot of people can't, do this. I also know that a lot of writers, they can't, they have to use crowdfunding in order to pay the artists. For me, I am the artist. I'm the writer and the artist. And so, instead of, I can just go, yeah, this is what I want this page, instead of me going, okay, this is what I want the book to look like, throw it over to my artist and have to pay them. I draw it myself. I draw the book myself. I spend the hours of work I need to draw this book, and we get her done. We get her done. And the promise is, and that's the thing, that's everything is a promise. Everything is a business transaction when you're dealing with this. Is when you crowdfund a book and you say, you're going to get this book. I expect to get it at a certain time, and I expect to get the book. What's happening is, you're not getting this. So when people back, the Patreon, they're expecting, to get a book every month, and they're expecting to, and then the $5 and up are expecting to get the physical book when all is said and done. And the $15 are expecting to get multiple physical books a year. With this $25 tier, these creators who I'm talking with are expecting Zoom calls. I need to reach out to them this week and say, hey, we're doing a Zoom call next week. Let's figure out a time. So there is expectations. What I'm saying is when you are a creator, you are expected to do things and you need to fulfill them. It is a money thing. If I had Lady Death money, I'm sure books would be faster than their funds to pay people far in advance, even 2 artists working on 2 books at once. Yeah, like I said, not everyone can do this. I'm not reading any of these digitally. I'm just looking forward to the hard copy. There you go. If you don't want it, it's fine. Get readers that will follow you wherever you go, no matter what platform. Man, I love seeing you take my model and improving it. Brian, I studied your Patreon. I was like, hey, because I remember I had a phone call with Brian, and I was like, I can't do it the way that Brian does it. Like, I can't, because Brian's model is like, it's working for them. They're killing it on there. I'm part of Brian's Patreon. I love seeing those updates. But I was like, there's something that he's doing that I can't do, and I need to figure out a way to do it for me. I love Brian. I love your Patreon. I love your guys' Patreon. I need to join the Discord. Apparently that's where the party's at. I need to jump on that Discord. I'm just too lazy to hit that button. I need to do it. And here's the thing. I've only been showing Kickstarters. I've only been showing Indiegogos. Okay. Check. Okay, but we got this one. Now I was showing some big creators. Okay, but look, you can look $5,000. This comic looks good. Ran off with the money. Go in the comments. Any word on this book? Never received mine. Rick disappeared with the money for Kickstarter, and both his Twitter and Facebook accounts have been closed down. Look at that. You know what I can do with $5,000? I can do so much with $5,000. Brian is pro manga. Bakuman crew for life. Includes Nick Mueller. Gosh, guys, I love Bakuman. Larry says, I'm going to start a Patreon. Larry, I thought you were very against Patreon, but I'm glad that you're, thinking about it. $5,000 taken. Okay, let's look at this one. Load. This one's called Molly Danger. $31,000. $31,000. Let's go to the comments. Let's see. Let's refresh it. Guys, you know what I could do with $31,000? You know what I could do with $31,000? Hi, I'd like to request a refund. I think we'd all appreciate an update. Sorry, I had an update in November. I was looking to no one's gotten their book. Everyone's pissed. No one's gotten their book. $30,000. In fact, I think one of them was 1 year ago. Things have stalled a bit. Things have been busy. We got the first half finished, and I'm scripting in between. So you're scripting and you're late. $31,000. 31,000 tacos. Well, I think it's is it at I think it's at Del Taco on Tuesdays. I think it's for like you get 3 tacos for $1, I think. I forget. You get a lot of tacos. Have you mentioned Liefield's Brigade campaign that never fulfilled? I think it's on here. If it's not, yeah, it's just nuts. Like that, the creators do this. Hey, Mr. Carpenter, you feeling better? I'm feeling a little better. Like the poo-poos are all gone. It's just now I just have a cough, and I have I'm just a little congested. I got my second COVID shot, and so that kind of kicked me in the butt last night. But so far, I'm good. The microchip's doing its job. I started watching Bakuman again. There was so much I forgot from the later part of the series. I love how most of these say ongoing series. Yeah, it's not. Let's look at this one. This is not a comic book, but it's a comics writer script. It's a script writing software. $37,000. $37,000, and they never came out with the software. $37,000. Bro, once again, I'll ask, do you know what I could do with $37,000? It's nuts. Look at this. People still asking for refunds. It's sad. All right, this was a big one. $800,000. Battle Chasers. This is Joe Mad. Now, I don't know. I think this was a game. This was supposed to be a game, I think. But what people were also promised, what people were also promised was a book. No one's gotten their book. Look, deleted my post because I spoke the truth. Shame on Kickstarter for, helping these crooks. I want a refund. The only thing I received years ago was a digital download. Never received a physical copy. I'd love to get a refund. It's a good time since Joe the Lazy Man Mad gave news about the state of the comic, something that many of those who backed this project have waited for years and has not been heard from this. I still can't understand how a person, after 4 years of this project and many more since the last comic, can take so long to draw a page. That was my thing. Also, guys, what the frick, guys? Do you guys follow Mitch Breitweiser on YouTube? He's doing YouTube streams again, and he's drawing Red Rooster. He's drawing Red Rooster? Like, what the frick? I thought he wasn't going to be drawing any more Red Rooster. Let's go Sovereign. Indiegogo. This one pissed me off, too. This one's just effed up. This one pisses me off, too. Andrew Huerta's Sovereign. The reason why is this, is I remember talking with Andrew Huerta, and I was, talking with him, and he was like, F this, F that, this is the way, Indiegogo's the way, blah, blah, blah. Well, bruh, it's been 3 years. What's the deal? No update in over 2 months? Book is over a year late. Definitely need to keep backers on the loop. I see you post art on social media all the time, none of it being Sovereign related. You either die a hero, live long enough to see yourself become the villain. It's now been it's like, if you're working on the book, just send an update. Last update was in March. There's scribbles. So I mean, how many pages is this thing supposed to be? 48 pages. This bitch was 48 pages. 48 pages. Part 1 of 3. You think that people are going to be getting part 2, by the way? You think people are going to get part 2 or 3? Can I say something? People might. When they get their book, people might go, oh my gosh, we need to forgive him. Because they finally got the book, and maybe things will be different this time. Things aren't going to be different. Things are not going to be different. I'm curious how this book's going to go. This is the Breitweiser's next book, The Saints. I almost back this. They're doing a lot of Facebook advertising. I'm curious. I'm curious how this campaign will do. Because I don't think it's not going to be doing Red Rooster numbers, that's for sure. It only takes me a day to draw 48 pages, currently taking commissions. DM me for rates. Most creators need to be annoying as fuck with updates like me. Guys, what's funny about Patreon is I subscribe to Nicholas's and Brian's Patreons, and they'll put out something, and then I'll go, oh crap, I didn't update today. They are always updating, always updating. And that's the thing. That's what you gotta do. You gotta update. Horta proved why he wasn't getting mainstream work, and it wasn't by who he voted for. And that was like the narrative. Guys, when Red Rooster came out, Mitch was like, I was blasted by the mainstream and they kicked me out because I voted for Trump. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's jacked up. I gotta be part of the movement. I need to do my part and support Mitch. Well, 3 years later, the book fucking sucked. I even talked to him on Instagram, my concerns about his book. Game development does take an average 3 to 5 years to get it done, but a comic, that's something Joe Mann needs to clear the air. Well, here's the thing with guys. What these guys make us look bad, and this is why once they fuck up, they get exiled. If you back that, you're an idiot. The Saints of Walmart? Yeah, I'll just go pick that. Let's see. This book is $25. I'll just get it for $5 at Walmart. If you do not fulfill, you cannot come back. And wait for the Saints to go to Walmart before getting it in your hands. Yeah, I'm going to wait for, seriously, it's going to be 60 pages probably. So I'll get issue 1 at Walmart and then I'll be like, okay, I'm not going to read it anymore. Glad I dodged a bullet for Sovereign. I almost backed it. Man, I saw Saints and I almost backed it. Then I saw who was making it. Mitch goofed, man. Mitch goofed. He didn't have to do what he did. And I wonder if they could have done Red Rooster later. You could have drawn Red Rooster, given it to the backers, while Walmart had his other titles, his Base Reeves and his Nora Saga. I think they needed 3 titles, so maybe they could have found another one. I don't know. He could have, done Futurists. So it's just mine. It's just sad. Maybe that's the best word. It's sad. What all's been done, it breaks my heart, to be honest. And when I see posts like this, people saying going through projects I back just reinforces why I won't be backing anyone. It looks bad on it looks bad on creators. And we need to, comic book creators, we included, we need to give customers and readers a good experience. I want to give people a good experience. I want to give people a great experience. That's my goal. This is how I'm going to give people a good experience. Right here. This is what I'm offering on my Patreon, guys. Starting at $2 a month, you can read comics every month. So we make sure to put the reader first. Great stories and great content. Never wait a year for a book. Okay. The first series is going to be The Girl with the Mega Fist. That'll be our ongoing series. Just look at that. She is just beautiful. She's beautiful. 8 to 12 pages a chapter will come out every 2 weeks. You're going to have an ongoing series. You're going to have an ongoing series. We got My Life as RPG. Everyone who backs at the $2 tier will be getting this physical book in June or July. It's June right now, so July or August, actually. I just have to print the book. It's finished. It's a black and white book about what it's like living in a video game. Chefs will be on there. Chef's Annual will be on there. So every year we'll come out with a new 60-page Chef's book. That book is also finished. And if you sign up from now until August at the $5 or up tier, I'll send you the 72-page graphic novel of this. If you sign up for the $5 tier, I'll send you this graphic novel. If you're part of the $5 and up tier, I will send you this graphic novel in July or August. The book's finished. I just need to print it. And then we have some other titles, At some point, I'll throw Entity up there. At some point, I'll throw out all 14 issues of my series Demons. At some point, I'll show you the 2 or 3 issues that we did of the Hardline. I think I got 2 issues of this, and then I was like, I can't do this anymore. But I had a silly goose time drawing it. Look at that. I made myself an action star. Where's my penguin? You know, this will probably be an ongoing series at some point. Double Blade a penguin assassin. I already have the story written out for this bad boy. I already have the story out for this bad boy. This isn't... I'm not trying to... I'm not wanting to wait a year for my books anymore, guys. Here's the last page of Chefs. It's finished. Ms. Maple asks DK, says, "Are you always this happy?" He says, "Only when I'm with the right people." We're making books, guys. Had to put Shabby in there, guys. I love Shabby. We're making books. I stole your animal onesie. I did. I saw you do it. I saw that Twitter girl named Name or something. She had a tiger onesie, and I was like, I'm doing a penguin onesie. I saw you guys do it. We're making comics here. Where's my knife? It's downstairs. We're making comics here. We are making comics. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing to me the amount of people who will wait a year or two for a book and be okay with it. For a 24 to 50 page book, and they'll wait 2 years for it. Because they're part of the movement. They're part of the war. What war? You're losing. Okay? So $5 a month gets you at least 3 physical books. So $5 a month from starting now until August back. I'll send you My Life as RPG. I'll send you Chefs. And then and then after that, the only book you get after that is Girl with the Mega Fist. But to start you out, yes, you get My Life as RPG and Chefs. To start you out. And then after that, once you get those starter books, at the $5 tier, you only get the Girl with the Mega Fist trade paperbacks after that. And then once we start putting out other books, those physical books will be available for Patreons at good prices, but the $15 tier will be the ones that automatically get them shipped out to them. $5 a month for satisfaction, that's a deal. Thanks. I think it's a great... Guys, like, we're making books. We're making comic books. It's annoying me that people aren't making books. That they're sitting here making $30,000 on a crowdfund and making not, and then these people that we've been seeing, they're just taking the money and leaving. They don't give a fuck. They're just taking money and leaving. They're taking your money and leaving. And that's just so disrespectful. It's so disrespectful. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Guys, I had 30 minutes. We put my kid to bed. My wife was like, I'm going to go to the grocery store. I was like, sweet, I got 30 minutes before the stream. So instead of 30 minutes, I could have been gaming. I could have, done some emails. You know what I was doing? I'm freaking drawing. We're freaking drawing. That's what we're doing. We're drawing this book out. We're getting crap done. Check this out. Oh, undo. This is what that page looked like first. It was just a straight on shot. I didn't like it. I was like, that's boring. So let's do it this way. Let's put an angle on it. Okay, but I'm drawing. I'm at the drawing board. It's just nuts. Larry says, now, and what Tyler suggests the advantage goes to if you're an artist, in which case, yeah, you can draw your own book. Yeah, I mean, I've said that 1,000 times. Like, this only works because I'm the writer and artist. Not everyone can do this, and I understand that. And I understand that, and I still support everyone who hires an artist and has to do that way. I'm saying for me, though, this is the way I'm doing it. Wait, an option? Disrespect your backers and steal their money? Well, they can keep that option. It's just nuts, and it's just been saddening me. And You know, I got messages from people in April. You know, when I got those messages in April from people, I'm like, oh, like, don't do Patreon. Like, you just, like, you're not going to be able to do it. And, like, it's stupid. You got to do crowdfunding. And for me, I'm like, this is what I want to do. And they're like, well, crowdfunding sorts out. I'm like, I'm still going to crowdfund. But I want to put out a book every month. I want to put out a book every month. I want readers to read a book every month. Nicholas, you guys are making books. I know Nicholas is making a book. I'm seeing those updates. Yeah, it just angers me. You know, I saw that tweet from EVS. He's like, what makes manga great? Why, you know, I want to get in on this. Let me tell you something, Ethan. And I'd love to have Ethan on the show. If I could get Ethan on the show, that'd be dope. If I could go on Ethan's show, that'd be dope as well. But Ethan, if you want to know what makes manga great, these guys are drawing. These guys are drawing books. They're at the drawing table and they're not stopping. Now, Ethan, I don't think he wants to draw books anymore. I think he's someone who wants to just be a publisher at this point and use his influence to be a publisher. And I think that's a good move on him. Go him. I think that's a great idea for him. But yeah, you gotta come out with stuff. Yeah, like you have to. If you're gonna make comics, you gotta be on the drawing. You gotta be drawing. You gotta be doing stuff. If you're a writer as well, figure out like ways. Like you don't have to just write books. You can also write novels, guys. I'm currently writing a novel. On my lunch breaks at work, I've got a bunch of my coworkers. We're all trying to write a book in the next 2 months, and we're just gonna check it out. I'm gonna have a silly goose time and try it out. Okay. But you got to be working. You got to put in the work. And so, for me, like, this is my way of showing that I'm going to put the work in. This is my way of showing that I'm going to put the work in for y'all. It works for me. I'm not drawing every title or release on Patreon. Yeah, like I said, guys. Yeah, it works. Will Patrons get a piece of any Netflix deal? Nasser, I hate Nicholas. No, we love Nicholas. Nicholas is my rival. Me too, brother. I hate that guy. I saw this like meme, and it was like, would you take $50,000 knowing that the person you hate the most will get $100,000? And it was like, yeah, why wouldn't I want $150,000? It seems that once you get the Patreon going, it's more stable than crowdfunding. Yeah, it can be. Ethan is at the drawing table putting out better work than any manga. You take that back. You were writing a novel 10 months ago. You suck, kid. Get good. Nasser, it's so hard. You're so good at it. You guys want... and here's the thing. Also, here's the thing, Mason. It's about putting in, the work. This, because here's the plan. I've done this. The goal of my Draw and Talk Patreon, guys. I have a job. I've got a good job. My job is very coochie. Is that the right word? I don't know if coochie is the right word. I have a good job. I do marketing for a publishing company. It's great. I have a nice salary. I get a good. I make commission on some stuff. I always hit the top tier of my commission, except for this month. But this is the first month I haven't. I've been promoted to do some other stuff, which can lead to future pay raises. My job is fine. I'm doing great in my job. So my goal of the Patreon is if you subscribe to my Patreon, you're gonna get stuff. Starting in July, if you subscribe to the Patreon, and you're getting stuff right now, by the way. You subscribe today, you're getting stuff. You're getting an exclusive show. You're getting behind the scenes stuff. You're getting comics. I'm putting out this week. I'm putting out this week a comic. My Life is RPG. I'm giving that comic out to the Patreons this week. So if you are in this week, you're getting a comic. So the goal, I don't want to have to crowdfund. I don't have to crowdfund. We're going to be doing 2 graphic novels of this a year. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't want to do 7 crowdfunds a year. That's a lot of crowdfunds. That's a lot of going on tour and whatnot. Instead, let me just make the book and get it to you. How's that? We make the book, you read it, you get it. Piece of cake. You subscribe to the Patreon, you get to read the book, you get the book, and you don't have to wait months or years for the book. You read the book, you get the book. That's the goal. That's the goal. No one can hate you more than you hate yourself. I know. Cushy, not coochie. Yeah. Man, if I was doing 7 crowdfunds, I'd be doing really freaking well. But like, when are you gonna do 7 crowdfunds? You gonna do one every? You can't even space them out. 7 crowdfunds. It's just too much work. Bro, if you can find an audience outside of crowdfunding, then go for it. Kickstarter is just a tool. If it doesn't fit your model, then don't use it, do you? Well, we're going to use Kickstarter. That's the thing. Tyler, all you've done on the stream is convince me to cancel my Patreon subscription. Congrats. No. It's fine, but we're making books. We're making books and we're having a silly goose time. We're having it every 2 months, not even. You do it like probably every 5 weeks. Maybe 5 weeks. Wendy is trying to make a book. She is trying. She's working with a good artist. Good artists, though, they can take some time. And we are crowdfunding. Brian Ball always said this to me. We are crowdfunding. Just Patreon's a different form of crowdfunding. So let's actually look at this. So right now we're at $120 a month. 30 Patrons. Which means that at 500 we're going to unlock the second book, which means now patrons are going to be getting 4 books a year. 2 My Life is RPG books, 2 Girl with the Mega Fist books. How awesome. 4 books a year. $3,000, we get 5 books a year. We unlock this, 7 books a year. We can do this, man, who knows? Maybe we could put out 8 or 10 books a year, who knows? But 7 books a year. Come on. Come on, man. You want to subscribe and get 7 books a year? Anyways. So Tyler, how do you plan on keeping these in print? Amazon, eBay? Where are you offering these outside of Patreon for a normie to stumble across? Great question. Great question. Great question. Great question. So this is where it's gonna go. Let's make a sheet. That's a great question. Where to find books? All right, you guys ready for this? All right, books will go on Patreon. Then they'll go on Crowdfund. Actually, Patreon first. Gumroad Digital. Then Patreon Physical. Crowdfund Physical. And then after that, it's going to go on Gumroad Physical. And then Amazon. Then Amazon Physical. I will be opening Amazon Physical FBM. FBM. And that means, by the way, fulfilled by merchant. Meaning, someone buys it on Amazon, I gotta send it over to them. So there you have it. Oh yeah, Webtoons. Webtoons is on here. Here we go, ready? Webtoons. Only first 4 pages. So that's the digital side of everything. That's the digital side of everything. Some of the patrons attached to larger Webtoon titles are insane. Yeah. Rachel Smith, Lauren Olympus, 15,000. Mongi has like 8,000. Yeah, man, these people are crazy. You know, they do awesome stuff. Zoomy, you should consider Ingram Spark. They pretty much publish your book, making it available to order. I find the quality the same as Amazon's KDP. They don't do color though. That's what I believe. And I work with Ingram Spark at work. Yeah, Merriweather's, for example, is insane. Yeah, Merriweather does insane numbers on his Patreon. KDP does great things, guys. KDP does great things. I don't want to use them for my comics, but like I said, I'm writing that novel this month in June and July. I mean, I got my writing group messaging me saying, I wrote 100 words today, I wrote 1,000 words today, I wrote 4,000 words today, and I'm like, 0. But I'll be using KDP. I'll be using KDP for my novel. Nasser, be right back. I'm bootlegging Naomi variants to put on eBay. That's funny. Yeah, so that's the goal of Patreon, guys. Ready? The Patreon plan. 4 books. 4 series a year, which means 7 books. 7, not just 7 books. This is a graphic novel. That's a graphic novel. These are two graphic novels. This is, 2 20-page floppies. This is probably going to be 2 20-page floppies or another graphic novel because I love graphic novels. At $500, which we're close, guys. We're a fifth of the way there. We unlock the semi-annual book. All right. So we've been talking about this, and guys, we've been talking about this long enough. My point of here is this: crowdfunding is great, but it can hurt. It can also hurt. You have people like Mitch. How many people? Mitch burned so many customers. Are those customers going to come back? They're not cut. This isn't doing Red Rooster numbers. That's for sure. Sovereign, you have 1,200 people who got screwed. 1,200 people who got screwed, who got disrespected, and now who knows if they're going to come back? Who knows if they're going to come back to crowdfunding because of the disrespect? Look at that. No refunds, all sales are final. Like, what a piece of crap. Look at that. No refunds, all sales are final. Like, what a piece of crap. Detective Dead. Another $40,000 gone. Another 1,200 backers disrespected, taking their money. Conflict. 300 backers, 10,000. Fuck James. Like I said, I don't like him. He was mean to me. You couldn't do a 60-page book. You couldn't put out a 60-page book in 3 years. You couldn't do that. I drew a 72-page book in 5 months. You couldn't do 60 pages in 3 years. And by the way, in that time I moved and I bought a house and I went on 2 vacations. You can't do that in 3 years. Come on, James. You just screwed over 300 people. It's ridiculous. I don't want to screw people over. And if I do screw you over, okay, here's the thing. Okay, let me go back to one of the very first chats. Because I'm not perfect. I've made mistakes. My boy Justin finally got his entity book. Guess what, guys? When I moved houses, I took a bunch of packages with me, and I forgot to send them. I forgot to send people art. I forgot to send people books. So, I sent some people some late books. I'm talking about 8 months. I'm late. I'm that late. Not good. So, not good. So, I repented, and I sent those people their books. And for some of the people who I owed art to that I was like a year or so late, I threw in some free books in there. Because I messed up. How do you manage to do so much in a little time? It's really impressive. I cry a lot. No, man, you gotta make every like possible moment count. Like I said, right before the stream, I had 30 minutes. Okay, what can I do in those 30 minutes? Draw, be on my phone, be on TikTok. No, I was like, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to freaking draw. I'm going to draw. So, how do you do this? You get on your drawing table, and you make the sacrifices, and you work. WORK, work. People aren't working. if I'm ever like not doing work, I hope that my patrons will message me and say, "Hey, where the frick are our updates? What are you doing, Tyler?" Because here's the thing: when you're subscribing, here's the thing: this guy took 156 people, $25, took $25 from that person, and gone. $25 with Patreon. You know, it's taking that out monthly. You know, $2 a month. Which, guys, let's be real: that's a McChicken. That's a McChicken at McDonald's. Okay, so if after 4 months you're like, "Yo, where's the updates? Did this guy just run off, not making comics?" You back out and you hit that refund button, and Patreon will make sure that I refund you. Okay, but guys, I'm posting updates. Okay, you want to see some updates? Look, we posted that yesterday. You know, posted this the other day. Hey guys, we're coming. This book is coming out June 7th. Get ready. Hey guys, working on thumbnails. Hey guys, this is going to be a future Patreon story. Hey guys, I just finished Chefs. Hey, here's my exclusive podcast, The Broken Creator, Red Rooster Sucks episode. Hey, here's some polls. What do you want me to do, guys? Hey, here's some exclusive covers. Hey, here's another exclusive Patreon show. Hey, here's some cool artwork that, so... Sorry, now I'm ranting. Now I'm just sounding like a bitch. All right, we're done. Now I'm just sounding like a bitch. You know what? Let's end the show and have... Oh. All right, let's have... You know what? We're done with this. So, guys, I'm going to end it with this. I'm so sick. I don't feel good. If you would like to subscribe for some awesome comics, if you would like to be respected as a customer, as a reader, as a supporter, subscribe to patreon.com/drawandtalk. We're putting out a new book. We're putting out a book, My Life as RPG, on June 7th. If you sign up now, you'll be able to get that book. You can download it and you can read it. And then you get behind-the-scenes updates. You get an exclusive show. And then you also will be getting access to my Patreon first book, The Girl with the Mega Fists. So go check that out, patreon.com/drawandtalk. The tiers are really affordable. I wanted to make sure, that was first and foremost important to me, that the tiers be affordable. $2 and $5 and $15 are going to be the popular ones. But starting at $2 a month, you get all digital comics. $5 a month, you will get the physical books straight to your doorstep once we're finished with each story arc. So, there we go. Patreon.com/drawandtalk. And remember, if you sign up now, you'll get physical books. All right, let's end this part. And let's do one of the things I freaking love doing. Let's get out of this. You guys know I love doing this. Also, one more thing. This is my favorite YouTuber, by the way. Check this out. $5 a month. You just get access to his episodes on 15,000 Patreons. 15,000 Patreons. So you go 15,000 times 5. And they're just getting early access to his YouTube videos. That's $75,000 a month. Okay? It's possible. People trust Patreon, guys. All right. Now let me pull this up. Street beefs. You guys know I love street beefs. Chrome tab. All right. Let's see where it looks like a good one. These two are in a wheelchair, guys. What are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your life? All right, let's do this one.
Hey, you want to get out of here? We've got you. During
Can you guys hear that?
Alright, Driftwood, 5'11", 145. Out here to whoop some butt.
Driftwood, 5'11", about to whoop some butt.
Let's get it.
Bang time!
I'm 5'9", 155 pounds. Division, coming out of 804 Fight Club. Sensei Martin, seafood beef.
The guy in the back is Sensei Martin. Guys, who's winning? Division or Driftwood? Who's winning? Division or Driftwood? Who's winning the fight?
But let's get it.
Bang time!
I'm 5'9", 155 pounds. Division, coming out of 804 Fight Club. Sensei Martin, seafood beef, and 804 roll-ups.
RVA roll-ups. RVA roll-ups. Street Beefs, last match of the day, man. It was a big event.
Right.
In this corner, we got Division.
All right, gentlemen, to the center, touch gloves. I explained the rules. Any questions? If you have any questions, no. Back to your corner. All right, you ready? You ready? Bang time, baby. Let's go.
Here we go. Dude, I would never want to fight someone barefoot knowing that my opponent's wearing shoes. Sensei Martin, yeah, I know, right? How awesome is that? Division in one round, yeah, absolutely. Here we go. Ooh. Oh shit. Oh man, my man just totally missed that kick and got effed. Look at that. Oh. Missed that kick. Ugh. And then just knocked out.
Watch it, it's all good.
Hey, wait, hey, I don't stop the fight. Good.
Driftwood's mad because he got knocked out so fast. Dang it, man. Dude, Sensei Martin, he be teaching people. That was too quick. Let's find a longer one. Dude, Sensei Martin. I want to be trained by Sensei Martin. I never want to be trained by I never want to fight someone trained by Sensei Martin, but here we are. All right, here we go, guys. Last one of the night.
Five 9, 210, Bear Mode. Follow me on Instagram, Bear Mode MMA.
What's up, yo? It's Jay Duffy, 5'7", 210, representing Orlando, Florida. I want to get this one out to my grandmother who passed away not too long ago. I also want to thank my mom and dad for always helping me out and just always push me to do better.
Street Beefs, we back with another MMA. No in Satan's backyard. Be safe, fellas.
Keep it fun, fight hard, okay? Get back to your corner.
All right, so we got Jay Duffy. Jay Duffy versus Bear Mode.
Fighter ready? Fighter ready? Bang time, baby. Let's go.
Night, Brian. Damn. Jay Duffy got that kick. Ooh, got another kick. Oh. Oh.
Let's go, let's go.
Oh, dude, they're just hugging at this point. This is gay.
Go back of the head shot. Watch your back of the head shot.
Oh, ow.
Hands up! You guys got it!
Hands up! Keep the guard up! Hands up! Underhooks, there you go! Drop your weight! Take a leg! There you go, turn him, nice! Stay on top! Focus on his arms! Don't worry too much about the ground and pound. Position over submission.
Position over submission. Y'all guys remember that. Position over submission.
There we go. seatbelt grip. Now turn over. Oh, we got him. Sweep the arm. Like that. Hold it. Drop the arm. Hold your back. Hold your back. All right, Trent, get on your hips. Posture up. That's the back of the head. Y'all can take heads up. That'll work. Stand up, go. Get out of legs. Get out of legs. Great fine.
Oh man, bear mode.
Get out of choke. Clear his legs.
Oh man, bear mode. He's got it. Oh yeah, he tapped. Shit, man. They need to add weapons. Have you guys seen that though? Have you guys seen that stuff? Hold on. Like, let's see, medieval. My friend does this. Medieval UFC. Have you guys seen this? Where they have like
Arizona State University.
Where they have like weapons and whatnot. Have you guys seen this? How do you lose the back mount? Have you seen this? Like, this is a real freaking sport. They dress up like freaking knights. Isn't that nuts? Isn't that nuts? Guys, my friend does this. He invited me once. He was like, hey, Tyler, I'm competing. Will you come hang out and watch me? And I'm like, you don't do sports. What are you talking about? And he goes, oh, no, dude, like, I do this UFC stuff now. And I'm like, you don't do UFC. And he goes, it's something like that. You should come up. So I went to this like medieval fairground and he's freaking doing this. This is what he's doing. Like, look at this.
Here we go. Alexander Andreev faces the Rustam.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't even know how this would like in real life. Would like if you were to get hit with the sword go through the armor. Man, I wonder how. Dude, even the ref is in a freaking like night outfit. Honestly, guys, we should settle all comic Twitter beef with this. Like, it's like, you know what? Shut up, get in the ring, let's go. Once you hit the ground, it's over. Yeah, that's what it seems like. Oh, dude, he loses freaking sword. Oh, it broke. Oh man, guys. The shield to the helmet to the, let's see, the shield to the helmet looks brutal. I know it. Can they only use swords though? Like, can they use like an axe? Oh. I feel like that would hurt so bad just to have like a metal thing just smack your face. I feel like this would hurt. I feel like this is almost worse than UFC, because like you can really like I don't know. This is coming from a guy who has been in like 2 fights and like one of them I got thrown to the floor and my ass kicked in like 2 seconds.
those knees have. Because it's not
He's blocking it. Yeah, like I just want to know, like in real combat, like when does this end?
very heavy, very
Because in the TV shows, like it's like one swing and they're dead. Obviously, these swords aren't sharp. I'm not dumb.
In here, it is hot. Look at these lights with all this crowd.
These guys are freaking tired. All right, how does this end? I need to see how this ends.
fighting your will. And out the victory here. Pure
Oh, guys, these guys are tired.
Use a gun.
These guys are. This guy's so tired. Is this just a point system at this point? Oh, that sucks. That's boring. That's boring. All right, guys. Oh man, imagine hitting a mofo so hard you break their sword. Exactly. All right, guys. Thank you guys all for watching. Remember to smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Hope you guys had a silly goose time. Thank you for letting me vent tonight about stuff, and thank you for letting me share about my Patreon, because that's what I'm really pushing these days. I'm really pushing my Patreon, patreon.com/drawandtalk, where when you subscribe for $2 or more a month, you get to read monthly comics, starting with the girl with the mega fist. Stories about a girl named Eliana. The gods have chosen her to protect Earth, but she has to choose her partner. Is it going to be the man that she loves, or the one who's going to be the strongest protector of Earth? So we're working on chapter 0 right now. The book comes out at the end of July, and here's some pages that we've done already for it. These are the gods protecting over Earth. Here's an example of some of their powers, and we're having silly goose time making this book. This is the Patreon exclusive cover. This is the variant for the crowdfunding. And yeah, once again, guys, the goal, guys, is to treat customers and readers with respect. We don't want to disrespect people here. Nasser Knight, I can't believe I wasted my time here. Don't say that, Nasser. That breaks my heart. Next stream, a positivity stream. Next stream, we're gonna have some cool guests on the show, and we're gonna have a silly goose time. Promise. I promise. All right, guys. Peace. Should we end the show like this? Strong talk.